It's great to learn from and imitate others, but until you make it your own, it's simply emulation. And here's the problem with emulating others. When we emulate others, we rob God of the uniqueness that He placed in us. But here's the good news. Once you place your fingerprint on it, it becomes unmatchable. And here's why. Because there's no one in all the world that has your fingerprint. There's no one in all the world that can do it quite like you. I have 3 examples to show you the importance of owning it and putting your fingerprint on it and making it your own. Here's the first one. You ever use a recipe? You read the back of the box or wherever you get the recipe from, print it out offline, look on the computer, whatever. You follow the instructions precisely because you want the meal to come out just like you intended. You do it over and over. Each time you make the meal, there you go looking at the recipe again until you make an adjustment, until you add or take away some. Maybe you want garlic, less onions, whatever the case. But you make an adjustment, you put your fingerprint on it, and then it becomes yours. And this is how you know it becomes yours. Because once you put your fingerprint on it, you no longer reference the instructions. You no longer look at the recipe. When someone asks you to make it, once you put your fingerprint on it, you just tell them your ingredients. That's how you have to own everything in your life. It's not good enough to keep going back to the source to get it. Because what happens when that source is unavailable or they don't feel like giving it to you? You're stuck. That's why you have to make it your own. You have to own it. Here's another example. You ever rent an apartment and everything feels great? It feels like you own it. You can do what you want, when you want, how you want, until the landlord has a problem with it. That is when you have a wake-up call and you realize that, wow, I'm simply renting. I can't do nothing that my landlord don't allow me to do. I don't own it. And here's the last example. I have children. I was a child before. You were a child before. You may have children. The thing about children is that, especially when they become adolescents, getting into their high teenage years and things like that, they want a lot of liberties and independence. And most parents say, while you're still under my roof, you have to listen to what I tell you. You don't have the right to do what you want until you're on your own. See, here's the hard truth about life. You don't truly own your life as long as you're dependent upon a person, a parent, a system, whoever the case is. You don't truly own your life until you're independent. That's the goal, people. You gotta put your fingerprint on each and every aspect of your life. Here's the thing, when we emulate others, we rob God of the uniqueness that He placed in us. It's totally fine to get ideas and learn and imitate others, but eventually, you gotta put your fingerprint on it. You have to make it your own. So stop emulating greatness. You know why? Because you were born to be great. Greatness is in your DNA. You don't gotta emulate other people that you look at as being great, because you are as great as anyone. So don't you ever forget it on this beautiful Friday afternoon. Listen, not only was you born to be great, but the game is not over until you win. Listen, the great mind is the mind that can simplify all things. Have a wonderful night and have an even better weekend.